Hello everyone and welcome to our latest Whirlwind Heights Forecast Center update, and it's going to be one of our wildest forecasts that we've ever made because, first of all, we have in New England an extremely rare historic weather event, severe weather outbreak that's going on, where I'm not even rolling out a full-blown tornado outbreak, and we're definitely going to see some kind of severe weather outbreak with damaging winds. We're also going to see a significant flooding event that's happening down there in Texas, where I am not even joking, we can literally see up to 2 feet of rainfall in isolated locations. And it's extremely life-threatening flooding. Like, dams can break, and honestly, it's really bad. Also, we have a major tropical activity going on in the Pacific Ocean right now. One outlook even says that there's a 100% chance of tropical development in the next 7 days. This weather is getting so wild, it's causing my brain to fall apart. So without much more to talk about in this intro, let's roll the forecast. And guys, I'm going to start off with our SPC outlooks, and mainly today's, because tomorrow and Thursday there is not much. There is no SPC outlook, just general risk outlooks. Don't want that. All right. So we have an enhanced risk of severe weather for for a sliver of New York, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, and Maine, also into Quebec in Canada. Also, New Brunswick will be included in that. This is where we could see a pretty significant wind event. But not just wind, no. A full-on possible tornado outbreak. I know it's a 5% CIG1, but, we're at a risk of a few strong tornadoes. Like, a full-on tornado outbreak cannot be ruled out today, honestly. And, everyone's saying this is a historic outbreak on the way, and in my opinion, this has the potential to be even worse than what people are saying. It's just the cells are gonna have to stay discreet as they do. I'm not rolling out intense and perhaps even violent tornadoes, and we could see dozens of tornadoes if that were to happen. Regardless of that, I think we're gonna see some sort of tornado outbreak today. But even more concerning is our damaging winds. We have a 30% CIG1 wind risk for which is driving our enhanced risk of severe weather. And this is really concerning. We can see damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour this far up north. I'm not even joking. This is a very concerning day. And, this wind damage could be terrible for those up north who don't deal with this so often. And then our hail risk is also significant, 15% CIG1. It is just a major day that's coming, which this far up north. If this was happening in I don't know, Iowa, Nebraska, it wouldn't be anything historic, but it's happening so far up north. And let's go over our significant tornado parameter values, which I haven't been going over these for quite a while. But we gotta go over them today. Because they are actually going to get pretty significant, and they're going to be around 5. So this is actually they're going to be worse than that. They're in Canada. We could see tornado parameter values up to 6. And possibly to 6.5. It is going to be extremely wild. And a pretty crazy thing is, 1 second. It kind of literally shaped like a supercell. Kind of crazy. All jokes aside, though, this is just a wild day. Now we're gonna see, and then after that, I don't see much tornadic activity going on in the United States. But let's go to for example. Let's do supercell composite, for example. As you can see, we do have a favorable environment for supercells. Our surface-based cape is absolutely insane. This is why we have such a significant damaging wind risk, and honestly, it could be even worse. Because, guys, I'm not even joking. We might see K values. Like, I'm not, like, possibly up to 6,000 joules per kilogram. Yeah, right here. That's around 5,500 joules per kilogram, which is absolutely wild. And let me go over composite reflectivity so I can show you what this is likely going to do. Because here's what it shows, which we have storms that develop, and like this is some kind of NAM here that I'm using, and if it really upscales this slowly, I see one or two scenarios. Either one, it's a complete bust, or two, it's a full-blown tornado outbreak. But yeah, as you can see, let me just use the regular NAM here. Just the classic NAM. Actually, I can use H2 for this. Hopefully it loads up. Yep, it did. Alright. Surprise. Alright. But as you can see, here's what we're seeing here. We have two different rounds of storms. If they upscale this quickly, then they could become a line of winds, but like we could also see discrete cells form. And in this case, if it's like this early enough, we're probably going to see a full-blown tornado outbreak. That's how favorable in today's environment is, and it's so far up north, which any time of the year is historic. Alright, let's go over something that might be even crazier. Because we got a major flooding event coming. Excessive rainfall outlook. We have again, today is a moderate risk of excessive rainfall. It's bigger than before. It's Del Arroyo, Careville, Frederick, and San Antonio is actually on the edge of this moderate risk of excessive rainfall. I think one of these excessive rainfall outlooks will be upgraded to a high risk because of how insane this excessive rainfall is, alright? But tomorrow, yet again, another moderate risk of excessive rainfall, quite literally over the exact same areas. And in our day 3, the exact same areas. Like Del Arroyo is under 3 moderate risks of excessive rainfall in a row. And they've been under an excessive rainfall outlook for quite a while. So, I mean, it's actually insane. I'm going to show you how insane this flooding event is about to get. And for this, I'm going to use NAM here. Actually, I don't know if NAM has. Where's the NAM? Where's Alright, here we go. This is the NAM cast. So I'm just using this as an example. And I mean, it shows. Dang it. I can't seem to. I'm looking for something, okay? Not the NAM cast, the extra power cast. But as you can see, this is already showing total precipitation, probably up to a full-on foot. And in this, it shows in this area up to 8. Okay, sorry guys, I just had to deal with something for a moment. But like, there are also models that are showing isolated locations that could get up to 2 feet of rain. Like, this is a historic flooding event that's coming to Texas. Guys, you gotta get ready. This is a, like, full-on historic flooding event that we're about to see here. And as you can see, let's go back to NAM here. Okay. As you can see, it's like constant rainfall over these areas. Like it's gonna be it's just gonna be a wild flooding event here in Texas. So guys, you gotta get ready. This is a like full on flooding event. It's just unbelievable what we are about to see. And before I dive into the wildest thing about all of this in the Pacific Ocean, how crazy things are getting, I do want to mention first that there is a tropical storm risk over the next few days. As you can see, this model doesn't. As you can see, this model doesn't show much developing, but like there is a risk of tropical development somewhere in the Gulf or in the Atlantic. But we now have to talk about this. Alright. Where we have just unbelievable. One second. I need to figure that out. But guys, this is absolutely wild what we're seeing. So first of all, we have 2 high risk of tropical development in the next 7 days. Let's go over the less concerning one, which is still concerning, by the way. Our day 2 risk is a 0%, and I actually know why it's a 0%. Because it gets tied into the northern one, which we're going to talk about in a second, because it's absolutely insane. But our 7-day outlook is a 70% chance of development. So the next week, I think we're more than likely going to see something develop out here. Alright? And now let's go over this. A 90% chance of developing within the next 48 hours. So, just unbelievably likely that in the next 48 hours, we're going to see something develop here. And a 100% chance of development within the next week. Correct me if I'm wrong. But like, I'm pretty sure this is extremely rare. Like, it's got to be at least somewhat rare to see a guaranteed risk of tropical development. But like, I wouldn't say it's guaranteed, but probably really, really close to guaranteed, to the point where you pretty much do guarantee it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's probably extremely low chance that this doesn't develop into something tropical. And let's go over our spaghetti models to see what this is likely to do. And it says that it's going to... Apparently, it looks like it's not going to develop into anything much, but a lot of models do say it's going to be somewhat strong. Like what? I'm trying to pull this up. It doesn't let me. What? Yeah, a lot of models are showing now that this could be upgraded, that this could be a full-on Category 1 hurricane. So it looks like we do have a risk of a Category 1 hurricane out here in the Pacific Ocean. I mean, this is actually a very concerning risk right now. Alright, so guys, we do got a hurricane developing right now here in the Pacific Ocean. I'm not sure what the name is because I haven't checked the names for the Pacific Oceans. Let me know in the comments below. Let's go to this one. Our day 2 outlook, so the next 48 hours, 30% chance of this developing. So generally, it's a low risk. Next 7 days, 50%. This one is, oh gosh, what? Well, okay, this is just one spaghetti model, obviously. So I don't know about this, but there is a model that's saying, wait, what? Huh? No, never mind. All right, I guess that's a low end one. But that's like showing tropical storm. But basically it's showing that if this does develop, it's likely going to become some sort of tropical storm. Yeah, that's a tropical storm right there. And this is also showing that which it's likely to intensify to some sort of tropical storm. And I wouldn't really rule out a hurricane here, but I'd say the chances of this developing into a hurricane are low. Here I'm going to hide spaghetti models, and we're going to go over here. And this is a 60% chance of developing in the next 48 hours. So generally, it's most likely. And then our next 7 days, so next week, 60%. So, yeah, generally, this is expected to develop into something. Okay, but here's our general risk. And it looks like this is probably going to develop into some sort of tropical storm. But it's likely going to be a low-end one, according to the spaghetti models. So low-end tropical storm develop here if it does develop. Not looking at anything insane. Let me check a lot of this. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything insane, but like it just there's a chance of this becoming some sort of tropical storm. So all right, yeah, I will go over the other things that are happening right now, but like these are just less insane. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but like we did have a heat wave in the northern plains and an unofficial temperature of 118 degrees somewhere in Montana. This heat wave is going to go down south, and it's not going to be like pure insanity or anything, but like temperatures can go up to possibly 100 degrees in feel like temperatures. I do expect that at some point the Great Plains, the Great Lakes region and the New England, they'll probably cool down with a low pressure system coming in, a cold front. All right, and then our relative humidity. It is going to be pretty humid out there, as expected. I guess I'm pretty sure this is normal, but yeah, up to 98.3% humidity. And then, yeah, that's your. And then we do have a couple wildfire outlooks. But obviously, when you have the exact opposite being historic, you're not too concerned about this. But we do have a couple elevated fire risk here, but like they're nothing that's that bad. Just be aware is all. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed today's forecast, and we'll see you in the next one.